Well, hi there, I'm Noah Bradley and this is Handmade House TV, and on today's episode we're going to talk about bootstrap building. And what is bootstrap building? Well, it's any technique that you can put into place that will give you a higher quality home at a lower cost. So stay tuned. Well, all right, once again, I thank you for tuning in today. I thank you for your support and your loyalty and all of the kind comments and sharing that you guys do, and for you coming over to Handmade Houses and checking out all the content that we have there, including our premium courses, step-by-step, and how you can build your own dream home. One of those courses that we have over there is Bootstrap Building, which is 20 techniques that seriously work to give you a higher quality home and seriously reduce the cost of that home. These are techniques that I, as a builder of many years, have employed, particularly on my own homes, but also for clients of mine, in order to reduce the cost of their home, in order to give them a handcrafted home closer in price to a cheap standard built home that we see today. And before I created the course, and even since then, I've done a little bit of Googling to see what other tips might be out there in order to seriously reduce the cost of your home. And to be honest, I haven't found anything worth mentioning. It's written by people that know how to write better than I do, but clearly had known nothing about building a home, about seriously implementing techniques that really do work in cutting down the cost of your home. And I went ahead and I printed up here 9 tips to build your home on a small budget. Just as a comparison, I thought we'd go through them and see what they had to say and see what my opinion of it is. Number 1 is cement flooring. Cement flooring, I don't know where that saves you any money whatsoever with putting down. I have done my share of cement floorings, typically in my basements. I'll do cement. We have done some dyed cement and some textured cement, but it's certainly not a cost saver. And for the most part, I try to discourage people from using cement in anything other than the basement for a floor. It's extremely uncomfortable on the majority of people's arches. If it doesn't affect your feet at this stage of life, it will in the future. And it's just not that, I don't know where they're coming from. The next one is walls with cement. I'm not certain how walls with cement could save you any money at all. I do love concrete walls that are made out of ICF panels or blocks. Basically, it's kind of like a hollow Lego set where you fill it up with concrete. There's a lot of advantages, extremely high R value to it, but it's certainly not a cost-saving feature at all. It can add 10 to as much as 20% to the cost of your home, depending upon techniques you use. Next one is pallets for walls. Oh my, pallets for walls. Pallets make good pallets, and that's about it. I understand there's a lot of videos created using pallets. I actually worked in a little mom and pop sawmill one time, and they made pallets as part of their income. They'd sell the mulch, they'd sell the lumber, and they would when they didn't have enough sales going on, they would actually build pallets out of the scrap wood. They would use the ugliest, worst wood they could possibly come up with in order to build the pallets and sell them. So the vast majority of wood that you find in the pallet's not that good. They're extremely short lengths. They're full of nails. They often have a lot of gritty texture on it as far as running through a planer goes. They're extremely thin. There's a lot of better options than you can have trying to get enough pallets and do your wall in that. The next one is exposed brick finish. I guess that means if you have a brick wall, don't cover it up. Well, that seems to be kind of common sense. If you if you're trying to price out, say, a drywall wall to an exposed brick wall, you're going to pay a whole lot more for that unless you get out yourself and salvage the material and do the labor yourself in order to do it. Recycled wood. I'm a big proponent of recycled wood, but it's not recycled any wood. It's recycled vintage architectural wood. If you're counting your own labor into the cost of recycling wood, you need to go with the best wood you can possibly come up with, or you're wasting your time and going for it. And which means I'm a big fan of using architectural wood, but it's not economically the wisest path to go with. But the words they use is recycled wood. In other words, you're buying recycled wood. If you want to save money and you end up with a better product, recycle the best wood you can. So they're off a little bit. Concrete blocks. Concrete blocks. I'm assuming that must be for the foundation of the home. If you are building your own home, you're counting your labor as nothing. Laying concrete blocks, cinder blocks, is a money-saving way to build a foundation. Some rules and restrictions won't allow you to it. Mainly it's for aesthetics, that you need to parge a layer of cement over top of it. But it's not going to give you the best product at all. They're pretty homely looking foundations, concrete blocks. I hope to do some videos about maybe doing a foundation or part of a foundation and demonstrating cinder blocks to you. It's something that anyone can do. It's a little bit easier to lay a cinder block than it is a stone, because they're already sized exactly perfect. They're perfect dimensions. But to be honest, if you're doing the two, if you're having to go with it and time is not an issue, you'd be better off laying stone, and then you get the money-saving feature and more attractive, which is the key to bootstrap building. The final thing they have here is visible pipes and fixtures. So they want you to put your pipes on the outside of the walls, and your fixtures, I guess, just sort of floating on these exposed conduits and whatever else. That's bull. I can't imagine how or you could save any money by putting visible pipes in. Perhaps. I guess in some rare cases, if you were to go with copper pipes and see them, that you might find that attractive. I try to make my utility rooms as attractive as possible, because there is something nice about all the mechanical aspects of everything coming together. So I try to make it a more attractive room than what the vast majority of people, contractors, do, and they just create a closet and throw everything in it. And I try to make it more of a man's room, about bragging about all those pipes and vents and ductwork. So there's that as well. So in other words, the vast majority of what you get when you're looking online and how to seriously save some money it's worthless. And the stuff that I have in the Bootstrap Building Academy, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If you take the course and you're not satisfied with what you see there, I'd give you a full refund, no issue whatsoever. It does take effort. It does take discipline. It does take determination to implement these things, but they work time and time again. And no one else is going to tell you. You need that combination of someone that is not only a builder, but someone who has built specialty niche handmade houses and has built homes hands-on for themselves before they got involved in the career, so that they could see what it's like to be an inexperienced or novice builder, building your home for the first time well, gee, how can I really save some money on this? That you're not going to get this advice from anywhere else. I so wish that all of my courses in the Guild program over at Handmade Houses, if you sign up for the Guild, you get everything. I so wish they were available for me when I was a young man, when I was starting out. Everything else, I could have saved myself so much. There was no one to teach me these particular lessons involved in all that I have there, and they're there for you. They're a screaming bargain, and I think you'll find them very entertaining, if nothing else. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you here next week on Handmade House TV, and until then, you take care. Bye now.